Hello, guys. Welcome to the show. I'm Retro Nerd Girl, broadcasting live from the International Science Fiction Space Station. And it's good to see you today. Hope that you can hear me. I got a affirmative from Keith E. Says, as humans can can hear you. Great, great, great. And William says, loud and clear, hailing frequencies. Retro, the ISFSS is looking fine. Can't stay, but I can say hi. Hello. So good that you can say hello. If you have any words to say about the movie as well, go ahead and leave it. Before you head out, I would love to just hear your thoughts on the movie, if this is one of the movies that you enjoy. And up to the top, Daryl James is saying hi to James, but I did not see James's comment. So if James comes back, hey James, how are you? Sorry, I missed your comment. It looks like it after a certain, if you leave a comment too early, it like erases it. So sorry about that. But Daryl Johnson is here. Hey, how are you, Daryl? How's things going? Says hi and says I left a like as I can't find the movie and I'm not going to rent it. Y'all have fun. Okay, well that sounds great. If you come back to the channel, just give us a few words on your assessment on the movie. That would be awesome. Uh, and Adam is here. How are you, Adam? It's been a while, but we missed your comments about the music selection for a couple of the movies that we've had in the past. But here you are with some more incredible information. Adam says the late great composer Vangelis was hired hot off the heels of his Oscar win for Chariots of Fire. His great score for Blade Runner has never been released in full to the public. Incredible. Did not know that. Okay. And Adam also says you can, however, combine tracks from several different CD releases of his music to make a satisfying soundtrack of your own, which is what I did. Oh, that's really cool. And Unicorn Rampant Studios here says, this movie made me human by making me fall in love with robots. Good evening, everyone. Right? I mean, the robots were so cool in this movie. Definitely Team Robots. I did not like the injustice that was happening to them. So, yes, Team Robots. And Gibby says, hello and welcome to everyone. Glad to have you here. Great to see you, Keith E. Great to see you. Yeah, let's see. Keith E says, was going to watch this week, but decided since it's been 30 years, probably just to wait and watch it anew. Well, thank you. Feel so honored. Thank you to watch it with us. And if you guys, anyone who does not have the movie, if you just want to listen in, you can. That could be fun. Or, come back when you do get a chance to see the movie and enjoy it with all of us. That would be awesome. We're actually thinking of you at the same time. I see Jack says, belated Happy New Year from Texas. Yeah, oh, great. Happy New Year to you, Jack, as well. So glad you're watching the 82 cut. I've seen them all, and this is the best entirely because of Harrison Ford's narration, like a Bogart noir movie. Okay, yes. I remember this one as well as sort of the thing that got stuck in my head for many, many years. And so I guess I saw the other cuts, but this one may have been more on the nose because of the narration, but I surely did. It is a part of it's woven into my memory. Woven into my memory and somehow yes, I do adore this version. But the other versions are very interesting as well. Keith E says is saying hi to Jack and hoping all is well. Charlie O'Brien is here, says hello all, won't be able to join tonight. I got called in to work. Enjoy the show while I disappear like tears in the rain. Oh, you're so cute. Okay, well, hopefully you'll catch up with us at another time, or you can watch along with us when you get some time to be, cozy with your copy of this movie. This is really a great movie. So, yes. And William Blake Hall is here. Says, I have no copy, but I can say hi. Well, yes, we of course love that too. And also, yes, and hopefully you can give us a few words of your thoughts on this movie. And let's see. And let's see. SG Experiment is here. Hello there, and says this has to be my favorite movie with the greatest score ever. R.I.P. Vangelis, you left something very special. Yes. What a movie! What a score! What a score! What a score! Something different, right? something different. Cool Gamer is here. Hello, Cool Gamer. How are you today? And great to see you. Let's see. What else is on? Oh, Sean Ennis is here. Says, "Hey everyone, can't find my DVD copy. Oh no! Feel like one of Jay Sebastian's toys. Grr. Just wanted to stop by and wish you all a fun time. Enjoy the movie. Oh well, yes, we sure will try. But hopefully, once you find your copy, you can enjoy. Come back to this and. We'll be thinking of you during this. So hopefully you will. And do leave us your comments on the movie before you leave. Would love to hear what you think about it. And I'm one of the few people who is okay with the narrated version. I'm one of the few people who's okay with the narrated version. Yeah, I thought it was fine. And I think some people wanted it to be more ambiguous of what happens, and I didn't mind it, and there is something about a narration that I love. I'm sorry. I'm okay with exposition. I don't mind exposition. I know there's a lot of people who do, but it reminds me of people sitting around on a campfire telling stories, and the way stories started out as sort of orated tales. And Keith says, "Good to is having a conversation with Sean." Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Well, Kano is here. Hello, Kano. So great to see you. Happy New Year as well. Says Happy New Year. This time I'm not painting minis. Okay. Well, hopefully you will be able to join us in all of the the Blade Runner games. Good to see you, Volcano. And Smilex is here. Says sushi. That's what my ex-wife calls me. Cold fish. Nice one. And let's see. Uh, you guys are so cool. I love that you guys are having the really great conversations amongst each other. And if you guys don't mind me skipping a couple of things. Um, and CG Experiment says, I too love the original cut, even though Harrison Ford hates it. Yeah, I know he hates it, but usually I don't think that's a bad thing because he tends to not like a lot of things that I like. Including Han Solo. He didn't seem to enjoy that character, but boy, did a lot of us love him as a character. And Smilex says Ford hated the narration, which is why he doesn't give it much emotion. I like bits of it, but the version I tend to watch is the final cut these days. Yeah. And I think there's something to be said about him not giving it emotion, and which backs up the whole idea that he could be a replicant. And I kind of enjoy that idea. I'm one of the few people who enjoy the idea that he might be a replicant, but there are a lot of people who are like, "No, he can never be a replicant. No." I'm like, how else does he know how to kill them so well? But there is substantial evidence that he's not a robot as well. So I love that there is room for both theories, but there's a lot of substantial evidence that he is truly a human being. But I do love, like, maybe he's just a human being that doesn't care. So maybe Harrison Ford unintentionally tapped into the spirit of Deckard while he was doing this narration. It really is feels like him in many ways. I don't think that Deckard has a strong, he has emotions every once in a while, but they're very much like they're not on his sleeve. So most of the time he just looks clueless. Uh, Jack, the fact that the studio made Ridley oh, sorry, Jack says that the fact is the studio made Ridley and uh, Ford's exposition. Ford was forced, and it makes it seem honest. Yeah, yeah, there's something about it that feels dare I say, more realistic about it. And I love the fact that um, he, that it was something he didn't want to do, and they just it was in there. It's weird. It's weird. I wouldn't say that always works, but I also love and appreciate um, uh, the other cuts as well. There are other cuts. I definitely have seen the final cut, but I do. I think this cut is fine too. Again, it's woven into my subconscious, so maybe I'm even creating reasons why I like it because it's in there. It's really deep in there. I saw this when I was 11, so I may have been even younger than that, but it there was something very primal about it for me. And Moonbeam is here. Hi, hi, Moonbeam. How are you? How are you doing? Yes, great to see you. And John Walker is here as well. How are you, John Walker? Says hello, RNG, and everyone in the chat. So cool. Everybody's here. Chubby Teddy Bear Monster Productions is here. Oh my goodness. Hi, how are you? Says I saw Blade Runner at the drive-in with my mom and dad when I was 6. And when the Vangelis soundtrack hit with the bursting flame, I knew my life was changed. Wow. So cool. Yes. What a soundtrack. It was so good. Oh, there's so many elements in this that was just incredible. So, yeah. And William Blake Hall says, I never understood the entrance. Oh, the enhance. I mean, there's an entire 3D world inside one picture. Yes. They got a little bit carried away with it, but I did adore that part. I remember seeing that and I was like, wow, how did they do that? They actually like turned the corner. It was wild. It was really wild. I loved it. I loved it. And John Anna says, I like the work print cut. You can hear the background music much better, and you can feel Joanna Cassidy's fear and desperation in the chase scene. Oh yeah, what a great moment and that was. And Sean Anna says, I also like the alternative takes of the initial interview with Leon and other Blade Runner. So cool. I have to get to the to the movie because yes, Smilek says I was about 12 when I first saw it, and I hated it. It wasn't Star Wars. It took a few more watches to really appreciate it. Oh wow, really? How beautiful and genre defining this film truly is. Oh, wonderful! I'm so glad you were able to give it another chance and see something very special in it. And Jack says, when the director's cut 92 came out, I took a friend to see this great film with the exposition cut. She had no idea what was going on. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit more, 2001: A Space Odyssey, kind of like what's happening, but it's definitely on there. And William Blake Hall says Joanna Cassidy rocks. Of course she does. I love her so much. And Moonbeam 87 says I have a vid premiering in the next hour. A couple of subs, and I lost a couple of subs in 24 hours. Oh no, I hate when that happens. Oh gosh, yeah. Gary Bando Sandwich Worthington is here. Says hi everyone. Hello, so great to see you. And Shannon says I worked on a film with Edward James Olmos. It was awful, but Olmos was a really nice guy and very hardworking. When I got introduced, he said in his gravelly voice, "Call me Eddie." Nice. Oh, that's so sweet. Just I'm glad to hear when some people are really nice. And William Blake Hall says, I wasn't a Miami Vice fan, but I was a Castillo fan. And it says also, I also recommend the movie Stand and Deliver. And Shannon says, Emmett Walsh is also one of my favorite character actors. He really gets me, he really gets in the muck, so to speak. Oh, yeah. And Smiley says, almost is great. I told him how much I loved Miami Vice, and he growled, get out of my office, get in my office, detective, at me. That's so cute. And William Blake Hall says Decker is human. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Yeah, I mean, I think he is human, but I do like the fantasy of him possibly being a replicant, or maybe even a hybrid, a special creature. And William Blake Hall says Welsh is everywhere in movies. Oh yes, he's in a lot of movies. Just kind of shows up. Oh wow, you guys are really writing a lot. I'm not gonna get to the movie, and I really do need um, stop at a certain point in time. So I'll just I may have to skip a few. I hope you guys don't mind. Sean Ennis says I worked on talent for the game with Lorraine Bracco and Eddie. It's garbage, but I had a good crew and otherwise a good cast with Jamie Sheridan too, and Terry Kinney. Oh, okay. Wow. And Volcano said this movie laid the basics for RPG such as Shadowrun, and Cyberpunk. The 90s video game Syndicate was also very heavily inspired by Blade Runner. Oh, wow. And Smiley says, Ford claims he's human. Scott claims he's a replicant. I'd say that later cuts suggest strongly that Ridley is right, but also I think kind of ruins the ending if it's true. Oh, really? Oh, well, yeah, I mean, that could be the case, that could be the case. I don't know, I like playing with both theories. Maria Kelly is here, says, "Good afternoon, everyone." Hello, Maria Kelly, great to see you in the chat. And, Moonbeam says, "I rated this in July of 2020. It is part of my Ridley Scott week." Oh, wow. And, William Blake Hall says, "Dang, I recall Sheridan from The Stand and Shannon's Deal." And William Blake Hall also says, "I'm with Ford. John Walker here. Now we can start the party." And Maria Kelly says, "I've never actually seen this movie, but I've heard about it." Oh yeah, just it is really good. And I recommend. I definitely recommend the the narrated one for as your first watch, and then the others to get more context if you're interested. And look who's here! It's Stunt Brat 77 Smith. So good to see you. Says my sweet retro girl. New Year hugs lurked on your New Year's stream, but just wanted to let the peeps celebrate you. Just radiant that night. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Big hugs to you as well. You're amazing. You're amazing. And William Blake Hall reminds us of Chariots of Fire, a much gentler Vangelis score. And let's see. Let's keep going. I want to um, keep going. If I skip your message and it was important, please gonna do rewrite it. I'm just trying to get to. I'm like I have an appointment right after this, so I don't want to cut off the stream too early. Let's see. Gary Bando Sandwich Worthington says, "Dreaming of Electric Sheep." Yes, that's the original story that this is from, and Sean Ennis says, Returner Girl, in that special box set, they explain in an interview, Scott said he prefers working with British crews, the American crew on Blade Runner. Some actually quit over it. Yes, I know. It's really wild because when American directors work in the 80s, worked in with British crews, there were problems with that, and so it's really hard for that cross pollination during the 80s, but they had to because production was just you just had to you had to do it. That's what they had to do. And so Sean Ennis says some chose to make a joke of it and had made TV special TV shirts, uh, special T-shirts, right? I think that means I forget what it said, but it was something to put Ridley in his place in a funny way. Yeah, I'm sure. Um, yeah, really, it's really wild. And yeah, you guys are saying hi to each other. So awesome, awesome, awesome. And see. And Stuntbrat says retro. Just for fun, I got it to double Jenny Agutter on a film in 1987. Got to work with Rutger on Blind Foot Fury 1988, and also worked with Pugo commercial directed by Ridley. Good times. Oh, okay. Yes. Yes, and for anyone who's not aware, Stunt Brat is a stunt person who worked in during these time periods. And look at this is just incredible roster of work there, and we can add a lot more, right? Could add a whole lot more. And the major is here, laid up in bed, sick. Oh no, feel better. Just swinging by to say hey. Okay, yes, do feel better. I understand what that was like because I was sick last week. Oh, it was awful. Um, and Joseph Begay is here. Says the lighting used in this movie is stunning. All of the scenery and props really sell the idea that how much this world is being neglected as people move off world, right? Exactly. Oh gosh, I love this story. And Maria Kelly says Edward James almost won an Emmy for his role in Miami Vice, and yes, he's so good. And yes, Sean Ennis gushing over Stump Rat saying Blind Fairy was pretty good. Everything I worked on was garbage, unfortunately. I wish I had worked on one good thing. Oh no, so sad. Yeah, well, you know what? You have great memories. It looks like you have incredible memories to share. Um, and let me keep going. If I miss anything, don't forget to just repost it. I'll eventually get to it. Some Brett says, Sean, Blind Foot Fury was a lot of fun. I worked on it for 2 weeks in Reno, doubled Lisa Blount. Um, Lots of stunt driving. Ooh. Very nice. And Keith E is reminding me to put on the banner, which I need to do. Here's the banner for today. We are watching the theatrical version of Blade Runner 1982. Match your copy to the timer that's going to be beside me to watch along with us. All right. And so that's going to be there. Thank you, Keith E, for reminding me. Let's see. And well, the and Maria Kelly says Sean Young's career started out so great, but ended up self-destructing. Yeah, she's definitely somebody I feel like was misunderstood in the industry. Um, but yeah, something happened. I mean, I don't know the full details of everything, so can't really comment. William Blake Hall says, I think even recall the TZ episode, Ghosts help to restore the future of Earth. Oh, I'm not sure what that is. What's TZ? Um, oh, something zone. Okay. Something zone. All right. I do have to I do have to start with this. So I have to keep going. I've never done this before, but I have to force start this because and we're not going to get through the movie. And I don't want to cut off the movie before that. So I hope you guys will forgive me. Please forgive me. I do have to start the show to start showing the movie. And let's see. I wanted to just talk about the movie really quick before we get to it. It's Blade Runner 1982. It is a rated R film. So if you have very young kids around, do use your discretion when allowing them to see this movie. I did see this at a pretty young age. We had someone who already said that they saw it when they were 6 and they're okay. And I saw it when I was 11 and I'm certainly okay to a certain degree. But yes, if anything, this really fueled my love of science fiction and art, architecture, all sorts of things, music as well. So uh, this is one of those kind of movies that can really open up a whole nother aspect of learnings. But here's the kicker: is that I suppose you would need to um, make sure you explain a lot of the stuff to your kids sometimes. My mom uh, had a great my mom did a fantastic job at that, so I didn't have any problems. And I watched it with her, so that was great. We've got this movie, as we talked about before, directed by Ridley Scott, an incredible director. Um, and then we have writers, Hampton Fancher, David Webb Peoples. We had a lot of input from the actors, and the this originally came from a short story by Philip K. Dick called um, the you guys somebody mentioned it earlier, uh, Electric Dreams. Somebody write down exactly which one that is. So I think I'm for having one of those senior moments. Yeah, really. A senior moment. I feel like I'm having. Um, okay, and then it stars Harrison Ford as the main character, Deckard. We've got on the side of the replicants, Rutger Hauer, um, and Byron James playing Leon. We have Zora played by Joanna Cassidy, um, and Daryl Hannah plays Prest. Um, who else? Was there any other ones? Nope. Then we have Sean Young playing Rachel. Emmett Walsh, who we talked about earlier, playing Bryant. Um, James Hong playing Chu. Joe Turkel playing Tyrell. Um, and Edward James almost playing Gaff. And this is really really cool movie. Let's get started. Um, yes, thank you, Adam. The name of the book from Philip K. Dick is "Do Androids uh, Dream Electric Sheep?" Sorry about that. I do have sometimes memory issues that just kind of show up. And hey, Kenneth Wilson, great to see you. Great to see you. All right, let's get this party going. All right, gosh. Woo. I am so, you guys are so active in the chat today. I'm really super, super happy that you are. And let's see. I need to get this keyed up really quick. So, all right. So the way it works is you have your copy, I have my copy, and we'll watch our copies together. I'm going to do a countdown, 5 to 1, and after I say 1, then we hit the button. So it's 1, and then hit the button. So let's get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and also, I will not be able to see your comments at the moment, but I do have an auxiliary computer over here where I will be able to um, hear. So I hope you don't mind that. Let me make that set things up here. That it might take me a little while, but eventually I do rewatch all of these. So if you have any comments for me, do leave them in the chat. I will see them later on tonight. But while this is happening, I will. see. There we go. And let me get this nice and clear. There we are. And this is the timer. This is where we are at right now. Okay, we got a black screen with everybody's name coming up uh, for the credits. And I'm gonna do my best to kind of let anyone who doesn't have a copy, know what scene we're on. I'll try my best. And see what you guys are saying. Oh, the music is so abstract and weird. Okay, early in the 21st century, the Tyrell Corporation advanced robot evolution into the Nexus phase, a being virtually identical to a human known as a replicant. The Nexus six replicants were superior in strength and agility and at least equal in intelligence to the genetic engineers who created them. Replicants were used off world as slave labor and the hazardous exploration and colonization of other planets. After a bloody mutiny by a Nexus 6 combat team of off world colony replicants were declared illegal on Earth under penalty of death. Special police squads, Blade Runner units had orders to shoot and kill upon detection any trespassing replicants. This was called execution. It was not called an execution. It was called retirement. How did I read all that really fast? It's like crazy. Ah, what a escape! Oh my goodness! Wow! 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 Looks so good. 1981. I know they did some fixing here and there, but that looks really great. Oh, the drunk review is here. Says, "Love this film." Well, great to see you. Oh, I love that part with the eye and the fire. Oh, this is amazing. It even to this day, it looks so amazing. And we're getting a close up into one of these buildings. Very nice. Nice job. So he's only been there for 6 days, huh? And oh, Rick is here. Hey, Rick, how are ya? Great to see ya. Oh, and the drunk review says, "Great to be here. Thanks for the warm welcome." Oh, yes. Oh, man, yeah. Oh, this is the good part. Oh, well, I love all of it, so every part is oh, yes. Oh, this is so great. Just so happy. Wow! Bad question. Well, good question, just not the right person to ask. Oh my goodness, this is wild. I love this visual. There's so much texture and detail in every single bit of, like, scenery. It's just incredible. And the umbrellas with, the glow sticks in there so you can see what's going on. That's a good idea, actually. I don't know why we don't have that today. Oh, let's see what you guys are saying. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, drunk review. That's really sweet, to say that I'm cool. Thank you very much. Um, and, drunk review also says, "I always wanna eat a bowl of noodles when I watch this film." Me too, yeah. They look so yummy. And and Rick says, "The guns look like they fire bullets, but sound like pew pews." Oh, yeah, they do look like they would sound like regular bullets. Ah, there's gas. Isn't that great? The flying cars. Maybe one day we'll get there where we have flying cars. Maybe. Cross our fingers. I think maybe we've got another 100 years. What do you guys think? But I think that's really important detail he just revealed about the world. I think all of this stuff is in the graphic novel, which of course I had when I was a kid. It's like nearly completely destroyed now, but just a few pages are still holding on to the staples. Nice camera work, right? From above the room to the angle. Wow! Wow! So he used to be a cop. Gap is about to make something. Another little yeah, there he tried to, avoid the call and, kinda forced into the IMS. Oof, yeah, Leon. 2017 was when he was born. There he is. Dang, she's bad. Love her. I wish she had more, to do. Mhm. Such a short time. I love his expression. It says it all, it's like, mhm. That's, like, really good information to know. I mean, I think. Let's see. Oh, um, we, uh oh, Maria Kelly is going. Okay, bye, Maria. Hope you have a good night. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us. And the drunk review says, such a great blend of noise and sci-fi. Yeah. I try to make everything so um unique, and I love that. The playing with noises and sounds like this. It just sounds so beautiful. It's like every single frame is beautiful, like a picture you can post on a wall somewhere. It's just gonna be gorgeous. Nice little twist. I think that was a brilliant little setup. We thought, "Oh, for sure, they're gonna bring in somebody else." Oh, Rick mentions says this, "Love the moving water reflections on the wall." Right? Isn't it great? It's funny how the yeah, I just love the way her eyes are glowing a little bit, and you're like, "Is she?" Mm, yes. I love that part. He sorta kinda had, like, that glint of, like, Indiana Jones in his face. He was like just for a moment, just for a moment. Let's see. Oh, Stumprat, says, "I gotta go do some stuff. Bye for now. God bless and hugs." Oh, well, thank you so much for hanging out with us for a little bit. It's so good to see you, and, have a good weekend. Yeah, have a good weekend. He just loves making stuff out of nothing, pretty much. Well, not nothing, but he just loves crafting little things. Ah, there's his clues. Every little thing is a clue, huh? I love these, this is part of the reason why this movie is so cool to me is that, there's just those little things, little details that add up to be something. Roy Batty starting to deteriorate. Yeah, uh-oh. I always wondered, if he just did not have enough time to get the photos, before, um, Deckard reached his apartment. So I was like always wondered about that. I was like, "Wow, this is other things must be happening faster than I think there it is," and during, for the time of the movie. Oh, oh boy, this is a sad part. I always feel bad in this scene, but it's a memorable one. And, okay. Oh, no, I it always breaks my heart. He figures it out that they are replicants. Oh, no. He's he's just having a good time saying that. Yeah, they've been after Tyrell this whole time. Ew, they're just messing with him. You just don't want anybody like this showing up at your door, right? You just don't. He doesn't have any mercy for you. He's got his own problems. He just wants answers. And mm, Volcano says the ancient scientist here gives scientists in general a bad name. Oh, why? Um, why do you say that? I was he's, like, freaked out. She scared him. This is a gross story. Ooh. Imagine if you had somebody, tell you you were all this time a replicant and all your memories are all fake. Oh, I've always felt bad for her, that scene. Oh, Volcano says, he works very awkwardly in his silly suit, not to mention the weird goggles. Yeah, but you know what I'm thinking is that in order to do those eyes, he has to stay in temperatures and really, really cold temperatures, um, to work around those eyes. So I think that has something to do with it. Because remember when they start opening up his suit, it started to get really cold. He was like, "Oh, I'm really cold," and I think that's the reason why, because that suit was keeping him warm. Aw. Did you see it for a second, the photo moved? Mm. I think that was another deeper analogy that replicants need memories. Why would they need memories? And it ties into the end of the story too, which I do adore. Um, Here's the trap. I love the little trap. It's coming. Uh, and oh, Sonic Mojo is here. Says hi, Orangey. Hi, Sonic Mojo. Says darn for here here too late. Oh well, I'll catch the next one. Love you. Oh man, yes. Well, hopefully we'll see you in the next one. And oh yeah, the drunk review says it would be like taking the red pill in the Matrix. Yeah, it would just blow your mind. You're like, "What? My whole life is was a lie?" So, yeah, I always felt really bad for Rachel in that situation because even though, she's a replicant, she's really been all this time thinking that she's a real human being. I love the architecture in this movie so much. It's so wonderful. Uh, Aw. She she came back from that one. She almost lost him for good. Oh, yeah. Look at how she wipes that smile off her face. It's cold. And Volcano says one more thing. One final thing about the scientist, ancient folks like him are rarely found doing lab work. Um, yeah, I don't know. This is a totally different kind of future, so I don't know. Maybe he's the only one who remembers how to do that technique. It's quite possible. Yeah, I would think though. that lab would be a lot different, though. I would think that the lab would be a lot, but, I suppose I need to see, uh, 2045 in order to see more. He's a nice guy. Poor thing. He's trying to do the right thing by helping out somebody, but this world is a really cold world here. A lot colder. Yeah, this is really interesting, the focus on all the pictures he's got that could be family, uh, and, he never does talk about family, does he? Oh, and then we get this, iconic scene that's coming up. Oh, okay. Oh, Volcano says, "I'm a scientist, that's why this scene rubs me the wrong way." Gotcha. Yeah. It's so dirty in there, let's just yeah. Um, and I've always allowed it because, this is a strange place. But, yeah, I think this is something that when we look at the newer version, they probably changed that a little bit. Um, but, I could imagine, yeah, what you must be thinking, as a real scientist, like, "What the heck is going on there?" And, DJ Play Nice is here, says, "Swinging through to boost the algorithm and say, 'Hey, Retro, keep up the watch parties and good works.'" Oh, yes, thank you. Yes, and there's a lot more coming. I got a long list of movies for watch parties that are, like, super, super classic, and, the junk review says, "Volcano, if it helps, as a non-scientist, I never thought of, had about your field after watching this film, so we love ya." Yes, yes, yes. Um, I if I thought about, "Oh, does that really work in a practical way?" This world is a strange one, but, who knows? Yeah, this scene in particular really blew my mind as a kid because 'cause I'm like, he's moving in and out of the photo, and then it looks at one point like he goes around the corner, and there are the fish scales maybe that he's looking for. See, look, it goes around the corner. There's Zora sleeping. And then in real pictures that you would have to worry about pixels. But if you were a yeah, and the picture there seems to be taken from yet another angle than what's in the film. Um, oh, that music is just so, um, so interesting. So, I don't know, like dreadful, mysterious, all those different sounds. But also, like as a replicant, your eyes are so laser focused, you could see that deep into a picture. I always love that idea. It's something that looks so obscure, you could see the full detail of something that you wanted to see. Alright, here he's doing some detective work here. Love that. How cool is that? That you could, uh, get a serial number on a snake scale. Very wild. And look at all the weird animals they have in there. If you see there, the lips didn't match up to the audio at all. I love how international this whole area of the town is. And it's very interesting. This music kinda reminds me of The Fifth Element. There was a lot of music like this in it, like mixtures of different, cultures and things in that. Um Oh, Moonbeam just, mentioned something very interesting, says, I always thought that the old scientist just loved his work, even though he should be a professor teaching the tech. Yeah, he just She just hangs up on him. He's trying to trying to you put the feelers out there, you gotta give him credit. But yes, I thought so too. He was, like, really proud of the fact that, of his work. So, maybe that's part of the reason why. She's like, "Yeah, what the heck?" He's breaking character. He's like he went into character and he broke it. She's like, "You creep." And I think that was one of the sparkles he saw in the picture. I like the way she throws the bath towel around. She almost had him. She almost had him, man. You were toast. And honestly, though they should have anticipated this was gonna happen after Leon's, um, situation, they should have anticipated this happen. So they kinda left her out there on her own. I mean, Zora for real is, like, basically pretty much topless, and she's running around in the streets. Practically. Not totally. Almost oh, I love the fact that she almost got away with it. I'm rooting for her, I don't know why. I like Zora. Oh, I love this run. I love the way she's, running. Oh, no. Poor Zora. I think in this definition, you can see the, unfortunately, where the camera goes to the stunt person to her, 'cause you couldn't imagine her doing this. This is, highly dangerous stuff, but yeah, this was always my sad this one of the saddest moments in the story was seeing her, like, oh, look at Leon, he's like, "What?" That was his mate. Leon is pissed. Ah, poor Leon, poor Zora. Um, oh, the drunk review says, "Have to go. Thanks for being so welcoming and kind. Great show." Oh, well, my pleasure, the drunk review. I'm so glad you were able to hang out with us for a little bit. And, oh, wow. Oh, and the drunk, review says, "Retro, is it okay to promote your stream? I'm really enjoying it." Thank you so much. Yes, anytime. I absolutely would love for someone to promote my stuff, so thank you. I really appreciate that. Um, and, Moonbeam says, "If we can make tachyon particles, then we will be able to time travel like Marty McFly." Ooh, maybe one day. And you know what? And just thinking about it, Tyrell is one dirty something or another because he didn't have to report that Rachel was missing. And so when he did that, he was basically signing a death certificate for her. And even, um, even Deckard was having feelings for Rachel, even after meeting her for a short time. So it's really messed up, really messed up that even her own so-called uncle creator didn't have any respect for her. Oh, bad response. Ouch. Whoa. I don't know if I felt bad for him when this was happening. Oh, oh, okay, that's enough. Ooh, ooh, that's really interesting. The horror look on her face was just felt like it was felt very real. Ah, wow, what a moment, what a moment. Poor Rachel. I just woke up one day and found out she was on the, extinction list. Horrible. Ugh, just love this score. Just so surprising every time I listen to it. Every time I watch this movie, there's some new, like, "Oh, yeah, remember that little sound," and it surprises you. And I wonder, what choices do, or how many choices or what choices does Rachel have at this point in time in the story? Ooh, that looks really bad. And that's another aspect of this movie that I do like is that he gets destroyed in this movie. Uh, oh, she doesn't really have many choices. If somebody else would send somebody. Yeah. She saved your life, buddy. At least he has a code. This is the part where people are saying that he's a replicant because of those eyes glistening like that. And that's I believe that was an accident because there's like a reflection that they used, but, he caught some of that reflection. That's interesting. And then they start playing the saxophone. I just love the styling that they gave Rachel, like, makeup, hair, outfit, was just beautiful. Very retro even for 1980s. Uh, mm. Oh, Adam says, Ford also said, "I owe you one" to Luke in Return of the Jedi. Ooh, nice catch. Um, and, Moonbeam says, "Yeah, it was after the whole Jabba thing, yeah, and getting him out of carbonite. Really cool." And Joseph Begay says, "Considering how much tossing around Deckard endures, does give some credit to him being a replicant." Yeah, yeah. I mean, a tougher version of human, maybe. He does, you know, have some bruises and things like that, but he seems to still survive somehow. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, he's a hot mess. It's like I guess he drank a lot to numb some of the pain that he was enduring. This scene was so, unusual, but also but yeah, I didn't know what to make of it. She's like, "What the heck is this?" This is the weird part, guys. I don't know what I think about this scene. Here, I'll have a sip. Oh, no, that's not romantic. Now, I wanted to hear what she says. I can't rely on, and she doesn't finish. So I always wanted to know what was the rest. She ad libbed that. He's like, he's also like grabbing her hair really roughly. Oh no, what's happening there? It's such a unique moment in the story. I'm like, I don't know if this is right or whatever, but it's there. Have to ask Ridley Scott what the love scene. What was that all about? All right, Chris is ready for the battle. She's got her battle makeup on. I was always wondering if the toy was afraid of her, the way it looks. I love how scary she looks with those red eyes. Oh, yeah, you gotta be perfect in order to, well, yeah, to stay on Earth, uh, to go off-world. Snuck in there. Ooh. It's so scary. And they're looking at each other like that the plan is working. This is them showing emotion. I look at him. Oh, it's a little Barbie, you see that? I never noticed that before she's playing with a little Barbie. He knows, figured it out. Mhm. They're like, "Uh-huh." They're not impressed. Very easily, she could have just snapped his neck right there. They're just so dangerous. They don't care. I only want He's like, "Yes, yeah, of course you will." I just love that, the way they're like, kind of just playing with his emotions and intimidating him too. I love the little looks between them. It's just wonderful. It just, uh, says so much of, like, a little bit of what they're thinking and what they might be thinking. It's great. Just great. Oh, that metal podcast is here. Hi. Good to see you. Um, and Moonbeam 87 says, "Sean Young's hair on the poster has a 60s vibe." Um, on the poster, I would think a little bit more like 40s and 50s. More like 40s and 50s. Sometimes in the 60s, they did have a few people that was still like older ladies had their hair like that in the 60s. Um, and says it reminds me of Rebecca Cunningham from Tailspin 1990, 1991. Interesting. Interesting. I love these chess pieces, my goodness, they're so incredible. I I think Sebastian's starting to get uh, an inkling now that things are not what he thinks, but, um, it at this point, sadly, he should have figured it out. Look at this house coat. That's an incredible house coat. I always wanted one of those. Someone with glowing eyes comes to me and says, "I want more life." And I'm like, "Oh, ah." See, he was willing to go under the operating table to get an extension of life, and that would have been a perfect time to double cross him, if you will. I love that line. They're both, like, gloating over how great he is, and he's like, "I'm dying, you guys." Oh, this was your opportunity to run, Sebastian. He's like, "Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, oh gosh." And the owl is, like, watching everything, he doesn't care. That was a really hard scene to watch, but it's also one of the greatest scenes to see the creator and the creation kinda go head to head, sort of like Frankenstein and the monster, and, yeah. Look at that floating car. We want we should have those. They're fighting over whatever thing they stole. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Look at that beautiful scene. Incredible. The Bradbury, and they had enough time at this point to escape through the roof right then and there, and I don't know why they wanted to hang out at, Sebastian's place, but, yeah, or any of the other apartments in that, place. The music is just really hilarious. I love the way it fades in and fades out from the, uh, the vehicle flying above, really nice. The the visuals here are just like, mwah, 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 mwah. It's incredible, and these, like, twinkling light sources, just incredible. But the music just feels very mysterious and, scary, scary. I mean, not in a horror movie frightening way, but more of a thriller, kind of way. You're not, disoriented just a little bit, but also, mysterious. The door is open. She's just making all sorts of weird faces and rolling her eyes back in her head, all kinds of strange things. But this is just great. This is great. She's pretty much hiding in right in front of everybody in plain sight, right? Hiding in plain sight. Great. She almost killed them. That had to be really tough to pull off to do those movements, I'm sure. Oh, poor Chris. He didn't get there in time. He's like, "Oh," he's he's like, "Oh, no, something's wrong." Chris is what? Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Where's Chris? He didn't expect this. Well, when you go killing the maker of, one of the biggest corporations in the world in this world, then yeah. Oh, poor Chris. Mm, you almost got him. Oof, he got 2 of you already. 3 of you. 3 of you already. Oh, no, actually 2. Rachel got the other one. Wow, always a nice surprise. Oh, no, this is where it's icky. This part's icky. Oh my god. Ah! Try shooting your gun now is what he's saying. He did get him in the air. Ah, I feel so bad. I feel bad for everybody involved. Oof. Starts howling. That first of all, that apartment is, like, so huge. He's stripped down to his shorts and he's, like, ready. There's the gun. Lost the gun. I thought for sure. Yeah. Oh, man. Hurry up and climb out. So the anticipation is so great. It's starting to attack him, yeah. He's starting to seize up. It's interesting how they both have issues with both of their hands. The same hand too. Is it is this hand? Yeah, this hand, the right hand. I don't even know how he got the energy to do just that. Ah! That's insane. That is insane. I love it. How is he making it through this? Wow. That is just so great of a visual, just to see that. And you could see the virus starting to attack him. like those black marks that's on his chest. Oof. And Moonbeam says, "I was 6 when this hit theaters." Oh, yeah, I was 11. Oh, maybe I think either 11 or 10. I'm not sure exactly, but, uh, it depends on what time when this was released, if anybody knows what month this was released in. Oh, he's struggling. Ah, it's gotta be a hard scene to film. Volcano says, "The fight scenes remind me of wrestling matches. Ford babyface needs to suffer in order to make his opponents seem to be dangerous." Ooh. And Joseph Piquet says, "When RNG said she felt bad for everyone, can you imagine how hard it is to have have to hunt replicants for trying to live?" Yes, it's no wonder Deckard had already retired when the movie first starts. Yes. Oh boy. Ah! This is the moment. He made a good run for it and almost made it, almost made it. Holding on for dear life. And, Roy Batty is like, "Oh, let me show you how it's done. You do it like this." And he's like, "Oh, snap." Wonderful scene. Barely can barely with an injured arm too. His hand is already injured. He's like easily pulls him up. Great, I love it. Just shows his superior strength, but he saved his life. What great special effects they did for that nail coming out of his hand like that. That really looks good. Deckard is like, "What?" Look at that. I'm gonna start crying. Like tears in the rain. Oh, so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And what I liked about this was that he died with dignity and and I think he imparted something onto Deckard as well. Uh, so I know I always get teary-eyed for this scene. It's really one of my favorite moments in cinema history. Mm. So in that moment, he's was giving him the opportunity uh, to retire for good and uh, not have to kill her. The door is already open. So that's when he brings out his gun. He's like, "Oh boy, what else is going on in here?" Uh, oh, Joseph Begay says the battle at Tannhauser Gate is was referenced in the movie Soldier 1998. Oh yeah, oh Soldier is a good movie. Um, oh, and James Bacon is here. How you doing? How's it going? We're almost done watching Blade Runner. Almost finished. Um, oh, okay. Moonbeam says the release date of Blade Runner June 25th, 1982. Okay, so that confirms it. I was only 10 years old when I saw this. Um, and yeah. uh, oh, uh-oh. He was supposed to do that, right? Supposed to shoot her. And oh, no, no, but he doesn't in this one. There was another version where he actually does put the it looked like he was gonna shoot her, but he doesn't. And it's trying to check to see if she's alive. Oh, the unicorn. He sees it. That means that Gaff was there, and he let him live. Yeah, yeah, he got his confirmation that Gas helps him out, and, he needs to go north. I believe they're traveling north, out of the city. He doesn't smile a lot in this, but he does crack a little bit of a laugh. Cool. That's pretty cool. I love the ending here. That's pretty sweet. I love this music. Holy moly. Okay, let's start the dance club right now because this music is getting me in the mood. Let me, get that all right. Oh my goodness, guys, this is great. What a great movie. It's fantastic. Just had a, blast watching it with you guys. This is just, can't tell you the memories this brings back of me going through, my graphic novel, that I had of the book. I believe it was Marvel that put out that book. I'm not sure, but it was so good, and it was a page turner. Anytime I couldn't see the movie, I'd go through that graphic novel, and it basically had all of the narration, that they used in the graphic novel. So of course I memorized all that. And that was really and it's part of the reason why I like the theatrical so much. It just reminds me of all of that, really cool stuff, from back in the day. Let's see. Um, Joseph Begay says, when Roy releases the bird, he as Roy releases the bird as he dies, it was such an emotional cap on his fantastic death scene. I thought so too. It was really like usually you release doves when you're like at peace. So it just felt like his soul was ascending to yet another place. He was finally getting the peace that he even though he wanted to live forever or a little bit longer, right? He was still though at peace for all the things that he had done. His flame had uh, burned twice as bright. So yeah, just wonderful. Um, and James Bacon says, "Great movie. It certainly tugs on the heartstrings in places." Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I got it. Yes. And and Gary Bando Sandwich Worthington says origami. Yes, isn't it great? I do love origami. I would definitely like to make a little a little foil unicorn, just for the memories, just for the memories. And Keithy says, "Where's the shimmy saxophone?" Yes, that's in there too. And Gary says, my second film with you, both awesome." Oh, great! Oh my goodness, yeah, there is more to come. I'm trying to see. Well, I will definitely let you guys know in a few moments what my next ones are. Rick says the last shot is the first shot in The Shining. Oh, right. Yeah, yeah, I'll have to watch The Shining again. And Jack says, "Great watch RNG for a great film, wasn't it? It's fantastic. Roy Batty is a genetically engineered killer, yet he is the rare bad guy we can actually feel sorry for, and he has done questionable things, terrible things. Yes, and he's done a lot of bad things, but." Um, you understand why he's doing those terrible things. He wants to live a little bit longer than 4 years. That just seems like such a, that's a, robbery. Why can't he have more time? And I love that there is a strong reason. Anyone would agree with that. And let's see, there's what else is there? Yes, I wanted to go over the next I'll just go over the next group, and you guys know I do, um, see, watch parties, on Saturdays, but I also do, um let me get it, open here. Sorry sorry for the delay here. Um and want to see if I know what the heck I'm talking about. All right, so Wednesday morning we do modern talks about modern things. So I'm going to be looking at that new TV show from Disney Plus, Echo, and see what I think about it. Um, it looks interesting, but I just want to I'll just share my thoughts on it. And on the 12th, on Friday, next Friday, I'm going to be starting a little series celebrating 1984. It's been 40 years since 1984. So just going through a few things. This particular episode that I'm doing on next Friday is just going to be sort of a mix of anything you guys think of that you like from 1984, and we could take it from there. And then following that, I will start to narrow things down into movies and music for sure. And then the next Saturday watch party will be Journey to the Center of the Earth, guys. Surprise! Journey to the Center of the Earth. I believe I saw this when I was a kid, but I can't guarantee that I really, really did. So this could be equivalent to a first time for me. There'll be lots of things that I've never seen before, or I'm just like getting to know. It will be very much almost a full first time watch for me because I can't remember the last time I saw this at all, if at all. So um, I can't wait to do it. I can't wait to. You guys have suggested that one to me, and then the following week after that, we're gonna look at an old classic that is out of the science fiction genre, but I do think it's one of those movies you just have to watch for because it is a classic and it is really one that people mention all the time. It's Casablanca 1942. So we've got some really interesting movies that are being lined up. And guys, always you can always mention movies that you think would be really great for a watch party. Definitely do so in the comments. I really appreciate that. Now, um, let's see. Rick says it isn't the same as in The Shining. It just reminds me of it. Oh yeah, I get it. I totally understood what you meant. And Jessica Gay, so looking forward to seeing Journey to the Center of the Earth. James Mason, Pat Boone, and Adrian Dahl. Yeah, well, I can't wait too because I like I said, I don't really think I actually saw it, or if I did, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember. And it's time for me to catch up with those movies. I think so. I think it's time for me to catch up with these wonderful classics, and I really want you guys to be a part of that. And Jack says Tyrell used to be the worst guarded world figure. JF just brings Roy on up. No security, not even cameras. Yeah, I don't get it. Like there should be, looking for like tons of guards down on the main floor. So it takes some, you know, it, there's some sort of alarm that can be rung. He's not even being looked after, so it's really strange. He's in this tower all by himself, um, and it's really interesting. But I think if it was being rewritten today, definitely would add all those things, wouldn't we? I think so. And maybe in the 1980s, they didn't think about that stuff because it wasn't really a big deal, or maybe it wasn't something that they thought of. But Joseph Begay says, funny to hear RNG say that it's time to catch up with a film from 1959. LOL. That's right. That's why. That's why I'm the retro nerd girl. That is why, and I can't wait. I'm really excited about it too. So, let's get excited for older movies, and there were quite a few moments in the script here. There were some things I don't know if everybody would love, but I think I think it's a pretty good movie. I mean, we'll see. And Volcano said they also just walked into the lab without any difficulty. It's a movie. Yeah, it's a movie, and also the taken into consideration, even though they were planning the future. They were doing something that was futuristic. They were also doing something um, that they thought was true maybe of their time. Like, 1981, not that much security going on, and any point in place unless it was a bank. Banks usually got a little bit more security, but not that much. Not that much. There were always bank robberies back then. But Gary says, very wet in 2019. Yes, it's always rainy, so it was cold and rainy, and so there was probably a lot of mold um, and things like that. So. Um, and also the really cool thing about it is since it's a proposed future, you could invent, or there could be several reasons for these strange things that have developed, how these characters are, why they're going about the way they're going about this, all the things that we're like, yeah, that wouldn't work today, but perhaps there's a practical reason somewhere in the world. I always like to kind of think of that, that maybe we don't know of yet. Maybe that wasn't explained in the story, but something that could be probable. And Moonbeam says, "All right, I had to go." Um, uh, and did you get the release date put up for the film Retro? I'm not sure. Or I had to go. Did you get the release date? Oh, yes, I did see it. Yes, and it turns out that I saw it when I was 10. Thank you so much, Moonbeam. You're awesome. And Volcano says there was a mistake in the chase scene. The woman changed boots while running away. First high heels and then flat boots. Yes. And I think that was the difference between the actress and the stunt person, and that you could pretty much tell which one is the stunt woman, and which one was the actual actress, because they were dressed a lot differently, and the hair was a lot different as well. And Gary says ramen is breakfast, dinner, uh, and tea staple. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, this movie definitely makes me want some noodles. Yes, and Jack says this has to be the best film by Brian James Leon. Yes, was in the best film Byron James Leon was in. He usually played a bad guy, but did play the military commander in The Fifth Element. Yes, we saw him last week. The rare good guy for him. Uh, Best line, "Time to die." Yes, he did say that too in this movie. A popular statement by the replicants just before they kill you. Or they themselves die. So I am going to hurry off because I do have to do another appointment. I'm just barely making it on time. Um, And guys, I really appreciate all the love that you guys have shown me today and watching this fabulous movie. This is just incredible. And I'm hoping to do something special with this movie soon. And without further ado, everyone, I bid you adieu. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys.
Retro Nerd Girl, you are clear for takeoff.